You know, it's not every day Scott and I get to spank Charlene. We're going to find out exactly who Charlene is, but I already know, I think. I do. Spanking Charlene, welcome to WVOX's Metal Mayhem in New Rochelle, New York, globally on WVOX. Charlene.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
When I first got your CD from Smitty, we got to say hello to Smitty.
Hey, Smitty.
It just went right into CD player number one. We've been playing it, and we're going to play a bunch of tracks tonight. But tell me about the genesis of this great band. How did you all get together?
Well, I met Charlene at an open mic on Avenue. Did our first record in 2007, and then we met Eric and Allison, and the rest is history.
Now, your latest CD, Where Are the Freaks, is probably written about Scott and I, but I won't go there. But no, what's the meaning behind Where Are the Freaks, if there is one?
Well, one night I was walking through Stuytown, which is in Manhattan. I guess it's like First Avenue.
14th Street.
Yeah, and walking through, and it's a really nice high-end housing development. You know, I guess it used to be like a project, or you know.
When you said high-end, I was thinking Trump Plaza, but then again, I know you're not thinking Trump Plaza.
Yeah,
no,
not that high.
But I'm walking through, and like it's such a nice place to live. You know, it's like all these like lawns, and they have like a library.
The lawns are nice.
You can actually tan there in the summer.
And I'm walking through.
Yeah, it really is like a college campus.
And I'm thinking, wow, I'm like, when I first started coming to the city in the like mid '80s, you come to see like interesting people. You had a lot of punk people, a lot of artists, weirdos, homeless people, and I'm like, where are the freaks? In Manhattan, I'm like, where are they?
So that it kind of just stuck, right?
Yeah, that was it. And then I just got on my cell phone and I called my answering machine and just started singing the chorus of the song and recorded it on my answering machine, and then we wrote it.
All right, let's play it right now. Where Are the Freaks? The title cut to Spanking Charlene's latest CD. Scott, I guess it's not about us. I'm very disappointed.
It's all right.
This is so boring.
edition of the year, Where Are the Freaks? We're all here on WVOX's Metal Mayhem. At least I'm talking about Scott and I.
No, we're freaks too.
That Spanking Charlene title cut to their album, Where Are the Freaks? Shows coming up. I know you got some shows coming up, and I want to get them right in the beginning of the segment so people can definitely get out there.
Oh yeah, we're going to be playing Lakeside Lounge on April 21st. Show starts at about 10 p.m. It's at 162 Avenue B between 10th and 11th Street in the East Village of New York City. And then what do we have going on?
We have Friday, June 29th. We're doing the Brighton Bar in Long Branch, New Jersey.
Legendary Brighton Bar.
Yeah. Great place. We played there back in March with the Waldos. That was a great show. And this one we're doing with a Swedish...
No, they almost named Scott Waldo. Really, true story.
Not at all?
No.
Where's Scott? Where is Scott?
How long were you in the studio doing Where Are the Freaks? Was it a quick time, a good amount of time?
No, actually it was like about 12 days. Actually there's 14 songs on the record. The first 12 we did... we did basically, when we record, we usually just do the whole band together.
Right.
Live vocal. Actually, that vocal on Where Are the Freaks, I think, was like the first or second take. Charlene's singing with the band. She's in the booth. We're outside playing. And that's, the producer, Eric Roscoe Amble, that's his style. A real kind of simple, straight-ahead approach. And it kind of, going in and tracking things separately, it's kind of unnatural.
Now, how do most bands, and I'm zeroing in on you guys, Spanking Charlene, a little list there. I've had too much Jolt Cola tonight. Is it digital, analog? How do you record?
Well, actually, our first record, Dismissed with a Kiss, was analog-digital combination, but this one's all digital. Yeah.
And digital allows you, from a band standpoint, to do what other sources can't. Do you think?
The editing process.
Yeah.
Though there wasn't that much editing going on, but just kind of if you need to move something or somebody misses a bass thing or drum thing or guitar, you can punch it in. But I don't think we did much of that.
Just did one bunch.
Yeah.
Now, you have a song on this record produced by Steven Van Zandt and mixed by Bob Clearmountain. Obviously, two big names, Bob Clearmountain, big producer and knob twiddler, and Steven Van Zandt. There I go again. Tell us about that.
Well, there are two songs on the record produced by Steven Van Zandt and mixed by Bob Clearmountain. We had been played on a radio show on, what was it called? Goldie's
Garage.
Yeah, Genya Raven had a radio show that ran a contest to see, best unsigned bands.
On Sirius XM.
Yeah, on Sirius XM. So we thought, hey, we'll throw a song in their mix and see how it goes. We sent a song called When I'm Skinny. We won the round that month. And then the contest went on for a year. We totally forgot about it. End of the year, they had another contest of all the winners of every month, blah, blah, blah. Phase by phase by phase, we kept making this cut. And then at the end, there was like a big, battle of the bands at a club in the city that where three bands played against each other. And the winner was, to be produced and taken care of by Steven Van Zandt and Wicked Cool Records.
Cool.
So, and we won, bizarrely enough. And yeah! Thank you.
Who are some of Spanking Charlene's collective influences?
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
What do you got, Mo?
Well, for me, as a kid, I was telling somebody the other night over some drinks that when I was 10 years old, I had my dad take me to go see Apocalypse Now. I don't know what 10-year-old, Dad, can we go, please? This is a dark movie, let's go. But I remember the water skiing scene and Satisfaction playing. So the Stones were a big influence, the Beatles. On the rock side, early AC/DC with Bon Scott, Iggy and the Stooges, the Ramones, big influence, also 50s rock and roll.
What's one
rock.
of your favorite Ramones albums or songs of all time?
Well, album's the first album. There you go, first album. Yeah.
All right. How about individually? Who or what inspired you to pick up your instrument in the first place, and how old were you when you started playing?
You go ahead, Eric.
Well, I was, 11 or 12 back in the 1930s.
Depression.
During the Depression.
Heard Rudy Valley on the radio. And, no, I mean, I grew up kind of with the early 60s rock and roll stuff, and, you know, there was just so much great music going on, and just kind of gravitated towards the drums, and tried to play in the school band and got kicked out for a bad attitude, and I've tried to maintain the bad
What
attitude.
kind of drums do you play now?
I actually don't get to play my own drums very often, because, you know, in New York, one of the good things, instead of having to schlep them all over the city, you know, most clubs have them, but I have a real nice old 71 Ludwig kit that I love to play. Yeah.
Great.
Nice.
How about you?
I started playing bass pretty much by accident. I was in my early 20s and working at High Times magazine.
Woo!
Yeah, that was a fun job.
Tell me more about High Times.
High Times rules. They're really great people there. I had a lot of fun. But I actually left to play music full time, as it turns out. But so I was fooling around with guitar, and a gentleman who is now the art director there, Frank Max, he's like, I want you in my band. I want you to play bass. And I'm like, I don't know how to play bass. He's like, it's easy. 8th notes, I'll give you a bass. So I was like, okay. So he loans me this Gibson EB2, which was beautiful. We were in a band called Slingshot, and sure enough, it was like do-do-do-do-do-do-do, you know, and I was hooked. So from that moment on, I'm like, screw that B string. I'm not playing guitar anymore. And a bass player was born.
All right.
Nice, me. My turn. I think I was probably singing before I was talking. I was just always singing. It was always, as a kid, I was surrounded by music. I have an older brother who loved rock and roll, loved heavy metal. My dad loves music. I was surrounded by a lot of soul music and country music. And once I figured out I could do it and it sounded okay, I just kind of, went after it. And I've been singing all the time since I was a kid.
All right, you wanted Secrets, right?
Oh, yeah, we can play
All right.
Secrets.
Tell me about this one lyrically.
Well, this whole record is kind of a New York City album, and I think a lot of the songs, the lyrics are written about, people we know, places we hang out, situations, relationships, frustration, drugs, sex, the whole thing. So, you hang out in bars, you get to know people, and things kind of happen sometimes at 2 o'clock in the morning. But sometimes you're not sure if they're happening or not.
Right.
So it's like,
Real.
so-and-so, did I see so-and-so with so-and-so? Is something going on with that? So it's kind of like you know something, or you think you might know something, and it's we all got secrets.
All right, I want Scott to read the track listing to Where Are the Freaks?
Kicks off with the song Secrets, which we're about to hear. Goes into You Suck. Then Rev It Up, Stupid Me, written by two about Matt. My Girl, Where Are the Freaks, right here. Tie Me Up, thanks. The Other Girl, Boyfriend, Crybaby, Booze and Pills, I Like You as a Friend, Dismissed with a Kiss, and Canarsie.
Turn red. You never really know what's going on in someone's head. No, I got a secret, but I ain't gonna tell. Guess what I saw last night? You can't break me, you can't make me ever tell. Everybody's talking, you don't know what about. She's always been a friend of yours, nothing's different now. Mean for a drink or two ain't really that much news. It isn't what you think it is, flip a coin and choose. You know I got a secret, but I ain't gonna tell. Guess what I saw last night? You can't break me, you can't make me ever tell. drink or two ain't really that much news. It isn't what you think it is. Flip a coin and choose. You know I got a secret, but I ain't gonna tell. Guess what I saw last night? You can't break me, you can't make me. You know I got a secret, but I ain't gonna tell. Guess what I saw last night? You can't break me, you can't make me. You can't break me, you can't make me. You can't break me, you can't make me.
That's Spanking Charlene and Secrets on WVOX. That's a great song.
Oh, thank you.
The CD was produced by Eric Roscoe. Am I saying it right? Amble?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. How can people find this? Where can they get it?
They can get it on iTunes. They can get it on actually bandcamp.com. If you look for the record, you can get the full thing there.
Well, the great thing about Bandcamp is that it's 99 cents a song, but you don't get an MP3, you get a WAV file. So it sounds a lot better, and also all the money goes to the band. Like there's no split like there is on iTunes. So
Yeah, that's cool.
And you guys are going to be in concert. Tell me about that again for our listeners.
Yeah, we're going to be at the Lakeside Lounge next Saturday night, April 21st at 10 p.m. We'll have CDs obviously there for sale and T-shirts for sale and
Free show.
all
by
that
the way.
good stuff. Yeah, free show, no cover charge to get in.
Come on down.
It's a great hang.
All right. Let's do, I want to get as much music as we can. Let's do You Suck, 2 minutes and 56 seconds worth of You Suck.
Right.
I mean, your song titles, the music on its own stands, the test.
Right.
And it's great music, but the song titles are like equally as classic.
Right.
cool.
Who comes up with the inspiration for not only the song titles, and you alluded to this a little before, but who is it a collective effort? Does everybody, when you write songs, is it the whole band?
No, Mo and I are pretty much the main writers. I mean, the band, Allison will add things, and Eric definitely adds things. So it depends. Sometimes Mo has a riff that he really, really likes, and he'll work it out with Eric or work it out with Allison, and then I will find lyrics to stick it in. Yeah! Stick in there.
What song on Where Are the Freaks took the longest to get onto the record or to
write?
Right, yeah.
God, I write lyrically like I talk. That's why it's so, the titles are so like, you suck, stupid. That's how I talk.
Yeah.
I'm not Bob Dylan. I can't. I'm try, but I can't.
Yeah, well, pretty much it seems to be like when I hear, or read interviews with a lot of people, and I think the same thing with this band, it just happens fast.
Yeah.
There's not, I find that when we write and
so
we
there's
act,
like high energy momentum.
yeah, I find the longer we have to spend on something, the worse it is.
Yeah.
And usually it just jumps out.
Right.
It all just kind of, it's like a big bang.
Yeah.
All right, let's do You Suck right before the top of the hour news at 9. It's Spanking Charlene on WVOX.
You suck a lot of love from me. You suck a lot of love from me. Fill me up, 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 fill me up. I know it's not good enough. You'll say better find myself. Giving to you is what I do when I don't know how much I can take. You take what you can 'cause you're a big man, gonna push me till I break. You suck a lot of love from me. Take mine till I can't see. Needing to fill you up is already too much for me to bear. You want, you need, and I'm too down to care.
companion.
I couldn't get through the weekend without you.
AM 1460. Facebook.
And Scott back with Spanking Charlene. Scott wants to ask a question
Yeah.
through me. He wants to know if he can be spanked. We won't go there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Bear him. Bear it.
Bring it in.
Drop him.
Bring it in.
We do that pretty often,
That
actually.
that really leads me to my real question. The name of the band is so unique, totally unique.
Right.
Was it the first choice for the band, and what are you trying to convey with it again?
Well, we wanted to convey, listen, my name is Charlene, I'm the lead singer, so, thank you very much. And I'm a powerful, woman and being, and, we wanted something to go along with it that was a little powerful, a little rock and roll, a little sexy, a little dangerous. And Mo and I were driving in New Jersey down a street and just throwing out, words, what could we put next to my name? Would it be Charlene... I don't know, Charlene Atomic or Atomic Charlene or whatever.
At least you didn't choose Charlene Tilton.
Yeah, well, that's been taken, obviously. But, so we were throwing out some things and we still don't know who said it. Somebody said, either him or I said, Spanking Charlene, originally.
All right, it says in the sleeve of the record, and you were alluding to this before, this record is dedicated to New York City, a place where anything can happen at any time. These songs were born here.
Yeah.
Very cool. Tell us one more time how people can get the record, because I know the listeners are going to want to pick it up.
Yeah, of course. They can go to bandcamp.com to just search Spanking Charlene. You can get it on iTunes.
Our website.
Download it. You can get it on our website, spankingcharlene.com, which Eric's so diligent.
I love that name. Can I get a tattoo on my forehead?
Yes,
Spanking Charlene?
please.
Yes.
That's great. Tattoo and a T-shirt.
Yes.
And iTunes, greatbigisland.com also carries our records and our T-shirts on that website as well. Sort of all over. But just come to a show. I mean, if you're in listening distance, come to a show. Buy a record.
And the next show again?
Next weekend, April 21st at 10 p.m. at the Lakeside Lounge.
All right, let's do Stupid Me. Tell me about this one.
Stupid Me was just, it was a collaborative. I just had been hearing lots of different things from many of my friends who, had been involved with guys that just weren't straight up with them. One was involved with someone, that didn't know he was with somebody else for a really long time. And then just that feeling of just feeling so dumb when you realize the wool has been pulled over your eyes.
Dr. Matt is here.
So, I just sat down with a pen and I just wrote a whole song about that.
All right, it's Spanking Charlene on WVOX. Scott.
Yeah.
Oh
Spanking Charlene on WVOX's Metal Mayhem. Great song on Metal Mayhem from the album Where Are the Freaks? The Freaks are here in Studio 1A.
Yeah.
We're all naked.
Spanking each other.
Butt naked.
I mean, you guys got to be totally psyched and stoked how this record came out because, I mean, the production's great, the songwriting's great, and you said you did in about how many days or weeks? Or
About 12 days.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it.
It's amazing.
So imagine if you did 24 days, you'd have like 4 CDs.
There you go. Yeah.
Double album. Double album.
All right, what's next for the band coming up in 2012? What's
Oh God.
I don't. We're talking about maybe going to Norway,
Yeah.
possibly.
Nice.
You know, maybe play a Norwegian like black metal festival or something.
Something.
Some lutefisk.
sponsored by High Times?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know, we should do a cannabis cup.
Yeah, but, we're just gonna keep playing as much as we can, and get out there and try to get as many people to hear the record that we can.
Yeah.
Have you thought of doing, I know in this day and age, the economy being totally in the crapper,
Right.
but have you thought of doing a video?
Yeah. Oh,
Actually, we know this director locally who's interested in doing something. We're thinking maybe a video for You Suck.
Yeah.
And also, actually, speaking about the record in New York City, a friend of ours is giving the record to like a playwright friend that he knows because he thinks he hears like a musical, like a
Yeah.
Nice.
like a New York City type of desperate love story thing. He hears in the record. I'm like, okay, so you never know. Maybe we'll wind up on Broadway or something.
Yeah. You
We
never
got,
know.
we got the Booze and Pills video that's out there, too.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of us on YouTube.
Where do the four of you like to hang in New York City?
We love to hang at the lakeside, where we play, the Lakeside Lounge. We love to play
Alphabet City.
hang out there.
Otto's Shrunken Head on 14th Street.
Yeah. God, I like Shades of Green, which is like this Irish pub on.
Oh, I know that place,
I don't even know where it is.
Irving
because
Plaza.
I've never been alive when I came
right by
out of
Irving
there.
Plaza.
Yeah, it's by Irving Plaza. But we hang out a lot at Eric's. He cooks and, feeds us. And
Is he the culinary one in the band?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He bakes
absolutely.
his own bread.
Yeah, he bakes his own bread.
And that's not a drug reference.
Yeah.
He actually bakes his own bread.
It might be a little.
That's what the kids are calling it these days.
I want to thank you guys for coming on the show tonight, and ladies, I want to get you back.
Thank
Maybe
you.
do something in June or
That'd be
July.
great.
Yeah,
Thanks
great.
for having
And
me.
any chance we could do acoustic in the studio?
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Of
we'd
course.
love
that.
Yeah, of course.
All right, we're gonna go out with. We're doing track number 13, "Dismissed with a Kiss." I got to know about this one.
Well, it's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people I know that, just got a kiss and, never, and gone. So,
I got a kiss.
I once said, hey, dismissed with a kiss? And then I was like, I'm writing that down. Gotta write that down.
All right, Spanking Charlene on VOX. Come back in June. We'll do some acoustic.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Woo!
Some standing in the corner, about 8:45. 3 margaritas, his eyes are real nice. He makes me feel so alive.
Spanking Charlene on WVOX's Metal Mayhem. And don't miss them in concert coming up.
April 21st at the Lakeside Lounge.
All right.
10 p.m.
Let's sneak into one more track. What do you want to do?
Yeah,
baby.
The Other Girl.
Track number 8.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
I was
ridiculous.
looking at my-